poor, not us. It was no, nowhere near good enough. I think we've set standards, and the boys have set standards before I came here, and that's well below kind of what we deem as acceptable. We knew coming into this league it was going to be tough, and we knew that if we weren't at our best and we were pushing every game, then we're going to get punished, and we'll concede goals and we'll lose games. And I think you see that there. If we're not on it and we're not at it from the first whistle, then we're going to make things hard for ourselves. So it's disappointing. We know it's not good enough. We know it's not acceptable, and we need to put that right in training. And it's one of those you hate coming in and speaking after those games because talk's cheap, and it's easy to come in and stand and say it's not good enough, it's this and it's that. But we need to put it right, and we need to do that sooner rather than later.
You obviously went down after the penalty. Did it actually hit your arm? It didn't look like it from the stands.
Again, it caught me on the arm, but I said that to the ref, there's nothing I can do. They won the first half where it hits the boy in the hand, and the referee's comment was he never meant it. So if it's not deliberate, then it's not a free kick or a penalty. So I don't know. The boys went down the line. He's looked like he's putting it in down the line. I've kind of lunged to block it. My hands have come up as they do, and he's kind of shanked the cross back, and it's hit me in the arm from 2 yards away. So again, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of the rules. I don't know if referees do either, but it has the interpretation. That's how he interpreted it. So yeah, it's disappointing to go in like that. I think we probably never deserved anything from the game, but when that's what it is that undoes you, it's you know you're up against it for the afternoon.
I think it would be fair to say that regardless of whether they got the penalty there or not, the goal was always coming for them.
Again, you know, football's a strange game, and they've had chances, they've hit the bar, and we've had one cleared off the line. So you never know. If you can hold out, if you can frustrate them long enough, then you can keep them frustrated for the afternoon, and maybe sneak a draw that again you can pick up points in this league that you don't deserve, and sometimes you won't get points when you do deserve it. So it's one of those things, but to be undone by that, it's disappointing. I think you could argue that, as you say, it was coming, but in football you never know. The longer we hold them out, the more frustrated they get, then something could have happened. But you know, as I say at the start, it's not good enough, and we need to be better than that all over the pitch.
You also came off injured with about 10 minutes to go. How are you feeling?
Yeah, just one of the ones when we're defending, just kind of felt my groin seizing up as I kind of lunge for one of the balls, and it's just one of those things. I think again when we're not performing our best and we're scrambling and we're lunging at things and we're not set, then that's when you can get injuries or get things tightened up. So hopefully it's just tightened up. I kind of old enough to know it come off and not risk it. So it was more preventative than it was kind of couldn't continue.
So will it just be back to training ground to get your heads down and go again next week against Queen's Park?
No, absolutely. I think we'll have a look at the game and see what we can do better. And we know that we need to kind of be better. We need to apply ourselves better. We need to set out better. And I think the only way is up from here. We can't keep putting in performances like that or a short time like we're in this league.